So, ayan na nga, may kumakalat na post sa Facebook about teachers. Sabi dito, day 2 ng exam ngayon. May nahuli akong nangodigo. Hinayaan ko, baka pag pinagalitan ko, verbal abuse. May nangopya, hinayaan ko, baka matrauma pag pinagalitan ko. Pupunitin ko sana yung papel, kaso baka mapahiya, baka magka-mental breakdown. Maingay, hayaan mo, baka pag sinikawan mo, magka-anxiety. May nagsisigawan habang exam, natatakot sabihan, baka mauwi sa child abuse. Ayoko nang magalit, baka magkaroon sila ng mental depression. Now, I really understand the sentiments of the teacher that actually wrote this kind of statements. Bakit? Ito yung dahilan.
Leland!
Enough!
You're dead to it!
Oh my god!
Leland! Oh my...
Brand-
Do you know how grounded you are?
You just busted a brand new TV!
And look at the boy's face. Do you think may pagsisisi siya? He was smiling after pukpukin niya yung ganong kamahal na TV. Kung dito yan sa Pilipinas, I can't imagine kung anong nagawa ng tatay doon sa bata.
Leland! The TV? Leland!
God, I didn't even take the freaking tag off yet!
No, Leanna, don't touch it! Oh my gosh. Leland!
So now we got two busted TVs.
Get... Leland! Leland, give me the hammer. Leland! Give me the hammer. Leland!
Hindi kasi nila alam kung ano yung consequences ng mga action nila. And, mind you, hindi pumapasok sa mga utak ng mga batang yan yung rason pa. Because at some point, hindi pa sila ganun kadali or kagaling magrason or umintindi ng rason kung bakit dapat nilang gawin or hindi nila dapat gawin ng isang bagay. And usually, pinapaintindihan ng mga magulang using palo. Now, ito na naman tayo. Sabihin nyo na naman sa ko, you're advocating for corporal punishment for abuse. No. No. May palo na pagdidisiplina, may palo na child abuse. Learn to know the difference. Kasi again, pag ganyan na yung ugali ng bata, they are not going to listen to arguments. They're not going to listen to reason. And how are you going to control them? How are you going to make them realize yung consequences ng actions nila if they're not going to feel the pain of the consequences? And yun yung tinatry nating simulate sa mga bata by making them experience the pain nung palo sa kamay, nung palo sa puwet, so on and so forth. But again, be careful. That's different from child abuse. Now, sabi pa dito, students nowadays are weak. Weakness developed by tolerating laws which criminalize and penalize teachers who do their job as a second parent. In fact, they are no longer a second parent. They are robots. Don't get surprised, 5 to 10 years from now, we have a demanding, entitled society. Because that's what you started. You gave a child protection policy, but there is none for teachers, and you expect us to be their second parents? A second parent gets mad when their child misbehaves. A second parent do not tolerate misconduct. A second parent scolds a child and it is supposed to be okay, but you made it a crime doing our job as a second parent. Hello students, hello Philippines, good luck to the future. And that I agree. As we progress as a society, mas dumadami yung mga taong gumagamit ng mental health excuse para maging rude, para hindi umakto ng tama, para magawa nila yung mga bagay na hindi maganda. And that's because they now actually know how to abuse yung ganong klaseng terms because they are very fluid. Ang ending, ginawa na nilang identity yung anxiety. 'Di ba? Ginawa na nilang identity yung pagiging depressed. Tapos, gagamitin nila yung term na yun loosely para sumunod yung tao sa kanila. Para pagbigyan sila ng mga tao. Para yung gusto nila yung masunod. And, totoo yung sinabi nung post that if this trend continues, we are going to build weak generations that would replace us and would somehow be the start of the downfall. This is Pinoy Extreme. Have a good day.
This is Pinoy Extreme.